What if I told you that one of the biggest business mistakes in history happened in a single meeting? Imagine having the opportunity to buy a company that would one day be worth hundreds of billions of dollars. Imagine being offered that opportunity for a tiny fraction of its future value. Now imagine laughing at the offer and walking away. That is exactly what happened when Blockbuster had the chance to buy Netflix. Today, Netflix is one of the most powerful entertainment companies in the world, serving millions of subscribers across the globe. But there was a time when Netflix was a small, struggling business trying to survive. At that same moment, Blockbuster was the undisputed king of home entertainment. Its blue and yellow stores could be found across America. On weekends, families visited Blockbuster to rent movies, buy snacks, and enjoy a night of entertainment. The company dominated the market. It had thousands of stores, millions of loyal customers, and billions of dollars in revenue. To many people, Blockbuster seemed unstoppable. No one could imagine a future without it. But while Blockbuster enjoyed its success, a small startup was quietly building something different. Instead of forcing customers to drive to stores and pay late fees, this new company wanted to deliver movies directly to people's homes. That company was Netflix. In the beginning, Netflix was far from a giant. It had limited resources, fierce competition, and an uncertain future. Many industry experts doubted that the company would survive. But Netflix had one advantage. It understood that technology was changing consumer behavior. While Blockbuster focused on protecting its existing business, Netflix focused on creating the future. And soon, both companies would find themselves on a collision course that would change the entertainment industry forever. In the year 2000, Netflix was facing serious problems. The company was losing money, growth was slow, and many people questioned whether its business model could survive. Desperate for a solution, Netflix co-founder Reed Hastings approached Blockbuster with an offer that would later become legendary. Netflix offered to sell itself to Blockbuster for approximately $50 million. Today, that amount sounds insignificant, but at the time it seemed like a risky investment. Blockbuster executives listened to the proposal and then rejected it. According to reports, some people in the room even laughed at the idea. Why would the most powerful entertainment company in America buy a small, struggling startup? From Blockbuster's perspective, the decision made sense. The company had thousands of successful stores, massive revenue, and a dominant market position. Netflix looked tiny by comparison. But what Blockbuster failed to understand was that the world was beginning to change. Internet technology was improving. Consumers were becoming more comfortable with online services. Convenience was becoming more important than ever. Netflix recognized these trends and continued investing in the future. While Blockbuster focused on maximizing profits from its physical stores, Netflix focused on improving its online platform and customer experience. The difference in strategy would eventually determine the fate of both companies. Over the next few years, Netflix continued to grow. Customers loved the idea of renting movies without leaving home. They loved avoiding late fees. They loved the convenience. Meanwhile, Blockbuster remained heavily dependent on its traditional business model. The company still believed its stores were its greatest strength. But what once made Blockbuster powerful was slowly becoming its biggest weakness. A technological revolution was approaching, and one company was ready for it while the other was not. By the mid-2000s, the entertainment industry was changing faster than most people realized. Internet speeds were improving, technology was advancing, and consumers were beginning to expect instant access to content. Netflix saw this transformation coming long before many of its competitors. Company leaders understood that the future was not DVDs. The future was streaming. At the time, this idea sounded risky. Many people still had slow internet connections, and streaming video on a large scale seemed difficult. But Netflix believed that technology would eventually catch up with its vision. So while Blockbuster continued investing in physical stores, Netflix invested in the future. In 2007, Netflix launched its streaming service. It was a revolutionary moment. For the first time, customers could watch movies and television shows instantly without waiting for a DVD to arrive in the mail. The experience was simple, convenient, and incredibly attractive. Consumers loved it. Every year, more people began spending time online. Smartphones became popular, Laptops became common. High-speed internet spread across the country. Everything was moving in Netflix's favor. Meanwhile, Blockbuster found itself trapped. The company still depended heavily on thousands of physical locations, expensive operating costs, and a business model built for a different era. Executives finally realized that digital entertainment was the future, but by then Netflix had already built a significant lead. Blockbuster attempted to launch competing services, but it was struggling to catch up. The company was no longer setting the pace of innovation. It was chasing it. And in technology, chasing the future is often much harder than creating it. The gap between Netflix and Blockbuster continued to grow, and the consequences would soon become impossible to ignore. By 2010, the situation had become critical. Blockbuster was drowning in debt, losing customers, and struggling to compete in a world that was rapidly moving online. The company that once dominated home entertainment was now fighting for survival. For decades, Blockbuster had seemed invincible. Its stores were everywhere. Its brand was recognized across America. Millions of people had built family traditions around visiting Blockbuster on weekends. But success had created a dangerous illusion. Company leaders believed their dominance would last forever. They underestimated how quickly technology could change consumer behavior. They underestimated the internet. And most importantly, they underestimated Netflix. In September 2010, Blockbuster filed for bankruptcy protection. It was the end of an era. Thousands of stores eventually closed. Tens of thousands of jobs disappeared. One of the most powerful entertainment companies in history had collapsed. Meanwhile, Netflix continued growing at an incredible pace. What began as a small DVD-by-mail startup evolved into a global streaming giant. The company expanded into original content, produced award-winning shows and movies, and transformed the way people consume entertainment. Today, Netflix is worth billions of dollars and serves customers around the world. The company that Blockbuster once had the chance to buy for $50 million became one of the most successful businesses of the modern era. Blockbuster's story is more than a business failure. It is a warning that success can make companies comfortable, a warning that protecting the past can prevent organizations from embracing the future. Technology never stops moving, consumer habits never stop changing, and companies that fail to adapt often discover that today's strength can become tomorrow's weakness. In the end, Blockbuster did not lose because it lacked resources, customers, or opportunities. It lost because it failed to recognize that the future was arriving faster than anyone expected. And by the time it understood the threat, it was already too late.